Hello and welcome. It is a beautiful 60-degree day here at Darien Stadium Field. My name is Ryan Dahlquist. Alongside me, John Frieders and Parker Crody, bringing you the action. We've got ourselves a rivalry greater than the history of sports here. We've got the New Canaan Rams facing off against your Darien Blue Wave. So little history lesson for you going into this one. Darien 5-2, lost to McDonough on the 13th. They were the #1 ranked team heading into the season. Darien lost to St. Anthony's a week ago in triple overtime. Quite a game that one was. Otherwise, they've had a stellar season so far and a big win against Garden City last week to top it off. Now, for your New Canaan Rams, they took a loss to St. Anthony's on the 13th, but they've been perfect otherwise. Big wins against the likes of Ridgefield and Greenwich, coming off an 18-4 record last year. The loss to Darien in both the FCIAC and state tournaments. So, Parker, we'll start with you. Some big matchups here on the field today, especially in that goaltender position.
Yeah, so down in New Canaan's area, there's Cece Patterson. She is one of the star players and one of the top 5 recruits in the 25 class. She's going to Notre Dame. And in the Darien net, Hope Shadell, who is also one of the best players on the Darien team and in the country. She is off to Duke University next year, and she is one of the best players on Darien, making a huge statement out there.
And John, you were giving us a little color before the game on the draw situation today, so it's an interesting one.
Yeah, so in the draw circle today, you have Sadie Stafford facing off against Devin Russell. 2 club lacrosse teammates now find themselves in the circle for a bitter rivalry in between New Canaan and Darien, and both 2 committed to top universities for lacrosse. Devin Russell committed to Boston College and is a top 5 recruit in the class of 2024, and Sadie Stafford is not far from that top 5, probably top 10, committed to Duke. So that's going to be a big matchup today, right? Whoever wins that draw controls the tempo of the game and going to give yourself offensive opportunities and possession of the ball.
Yeah, that draw control is something so important. I remember doing the Garden City game, and that was one Darien struggled with a little bit. Definitely hurt them in the long run. They were able to come back from it, though, and we've got ourselves a great one lined up for today as the girls go and take their starting positions. The whistle will blow, and possession in control of the Rams. That's Madeline Tully streaming down.
Both Tully sisters, you mentioned Maddie Tully, who just picked up the loose ball, and then Lexi Tully, one of the top players on New Canaan, and she's been dominant all 4 years at New Canaan High School. Both committed to Cornell, Maddie, a junior, and Lexi, the senior, but both sisters key contributors in this New Canaan offense.
So New Canaan will start with it, and wasting no time here. Up top now, looking to dodge, Devin Russell. She'll move it down. Sydney Patton, 2X, dodging now. And looking up top, back to Russell.
Just watch New Canaan here, right? Going to take their time, set up a good offensive possession, not rush the shots on net. They're going to look for the best opportunity, maybe even get some girls cutting. That's where you'll be able to beat the good keepers in between the pipes.
Yeah, those cutters in the middle, something so important to defend against on defense here, as the Wave so far putting up a good stand. Nothing for it for the Rams, but maintaining possession now. And taking control, that was Emma Rowe. So the Rams will work it to X. Looking to dodge now, has a step, Lexi Tully. Can't find any cutters inside. And an open look here running in, whistles blown. Sydney Patton will draw the free position.
And another big thing that we haven't talked about yet, right, is those 8-meter free positions. Just pristine opportunities you need to capitalize off of tonight. As a big save by the Blue Wave.
Will bounce and be saved there by the likes of Hope Shadell, the Duke commit. So a big stop here for the Darien defense.
Yeah, Hope Shadell really making a difference out on the field. She is proven to show that 8 meters have not been able to get in most of the time, and Darien defense staying strong as well.
Hope Shudell, certainly a weapon for this Darien defense on the year. And she saves her team there from a 1-0 deficit. So we're tied up at 0 now with Darien controlling on offense.
And what an advantage for both of these teams, right? You have solidified stars in between the pipes. You know, any day they'll be able to show up for your team. And then the defenses on these teams are both very, very good.
Yeah, either way, both of them have amazing players, and it honestly just comes down to who wants it more.
So controlling now is Kelly Holmes. She'll look to dodge from X. Finds a position up top, shot by Annabelle Adams just off the mark. So backed up and looking to start something here is Stafford. Jammed up, she'll move it to Holmes. Holmes cutting up top. Finds a connection. Hope Hapgood moves it over to Von Kennel. And a lot of movement and trickery here from the Darien offense. As Von Kennel dodges to her right, shoots, and save made.
Big save by Patterson. You saw her kind of gain a step. The Blue Wave attacker able to gain a step there on the defense. Took the shot, saved by Patterson early on. Both teams, both goalies making one big save to kind of settle things down.
And streaming down the field there was Sydney Patton, drawing another free position shot here for the Rams.
0 for 1 on the day, trying to make it 1 for 2. Her second 8-meter, and if you're Darien, right, you can't keep giving up these 8-meter free positions, and she scores!
Sydney Patton on the goal for the Rams, puts her team up 1-0.
Yeah, and the best way to describe that one, right, is to take advantage of the mistakes. You see the replay here. Patton knifes her way right in, gets it past Shudell on that right side. Not able, that post stick side, had to force that stick to move from her right to her left. Couldn't do it quick enough. Patton sneaks one by, and she scores.
Yeah, Patton's definitely a star player on New Canaan. She's able to control the ball and take her time with it to get it into the net.
So the shot from Patton will land, and with just under 8 to go, our first goal of the game falls in favor of the Rams. Now, guys, we know these teams love to get off to an energetic start, so big momentum here for the Rams and nothing of the Blue Wave to show for it.
Yeah, you're right, but talk about it. New Canaan had a 1.5-minute possession, right, at that to start off the game after they won that offensive draw. Then Darien kind of controlled it for about a minute, just kind of moving it around. The big save by Patterson. So there's both teams definitely taking their time. It's not going to be a back-and-forth game. It's going to be a settled game from both teams.
And another draw control here for Devin Russell as the Rams stream down. So big possession here for the Rams off the goal, and we're seeing that draw come into importance already. So Lexi Tully will look to invert. Passes up top, Phoebe Shu. They've been looking to dodge through their midfield so far. No attempts inside, though, as Tully's stuffed up. Looking inside, that was Devin Russell on the shot, just wide, and ball lies now with the Blue Wave.
That was a good stick from the Darien defense, able to get a stick on that one and kind of slow down the shot, then easily saved by Shudell. But look at Darien trying to counter that first big New Canaan goal and set things up.
So the clear with Darien. Lyle Brown now in control. That pass knocked out, but scooped up by Reynolds.
The swarming defense from Wagner, we saw her. She's been one of the big bright spots on the New Canaan defense this year. She stepped up time and time again, stepping up there, trying to poke the ball free. But unforced errors are also going to be a big part of this game, right? You're going to have to play fundamentally sound against the top team in the country. I know you mentioned going into the season, New Canaan was ranked 4, Darien was ranked 5. I know the rankings probably have shifted a little bit, but both still top teams in the country.
Certainly are, as streaming down the field, shooting and scoring. That was Annabelle Adams.
Annabelle has also been a strong player for Darien this year. She has come out with strong goals and strong shot.
And the shot by Adams is Darien's answer. Now, look to see how they created some confusion and chaos there in the center. That was definitely a play drawn up there by Lindley. Confusion, chaos in the center. You have Adam streaming down in a shooting position on her left hand. Is able to put that one away. Offside on the low shot. So with just over 6 to go, we're tied up at 1. So the draw today has been all New Canaan so far.
Yeah, it also looks like Darien has also been switching up their center draw taker, which has been common in all of their games so far, trying to find the perfect draw taker.
It'll be Stafford and Russell again in the circle. And my apologies, that was not Stafford. That was actually Cameron Picorni who won that one. But Picorni, I know we haven't talked about her much today, but we saw her last year towards the end of that season, right? She was able to get inside that faceoff draw and win a lot of faceoffs. I know in the FCX championship, she carved up New Canaan inside the draw circle.
Well, New Canaan's answering today as they control yet another draw here. So Devin Russell dodging to her right, and the refs will blow this one dead. Foul called.
I believe it'll be an 8-meter for Devin Russell. So Devin Russell with an opportunity 1-1 here. Devin Russell with an 8-meter.
On the first attempt of the day, big one here for the Rams, and she'll put it away. Devin Russell, the senior, is doing it all.
New Canaan's doing an amazing job really moving Darien defense, getting them very chaotic and finding ways to get 8-meter shots, which has definitely put them high on the scoreboard so far.
And New Canaan has scored both of their goals off of free 8-meter position marks. They're 2 for 3 on the day. Russell scores that one. And you can't give up those opportunities to the talent that's on this field today.
Yeah, Darien certainly loves that aggressive style of defense, but 2 free position shots that have turned out for goals here for the Rams, and Darien faces a 2-1 deficit now with just over 5 to go in the first quarter. So that draw will be controlled by the Rams. It's been all New Canaan so far today. Streaming down the field is Russell, and she'll decide to settle that ball.
That one goes over to Pat and the UPenn commit. Working away around the outside, gets it over to back to Russell.
Patience here from the Rams as taking it through the middle, shooting Emma Rowe, and she will score.
Yeah, and one thing you got to look at that play, as we'll get the replay here, but you saw Devin Russell was high pressured up top, and then she flipped the ball down to Rowe, who worked her way inside and then beat Shootout on that same side. So on her opposite stick side, beats her again on that left side if you're looking at the goal from the back. But just a high pressure on Devin Russell, an interesting move there, right? To pressure her up high, force the ball out of her stick, but then she finds Rowe, committed to Columbia, one of the top players on this New Canaan team as well, works her way down low and gets it past Shootout.
Yeah, you saw Rowe really plant her feet and get around the defender.
Yeah, Rowe dodging to that top side, getting that shooting hand, her right hand open, and puts it away on the offside hip. Certainly a great shot there as we wait out this timeout here taken by the Blue Wave. So, guys, I'll throw it to you. If you're Darien, what are you saying in this huddle?
I mean, we've seen Lisa take their players early in game for a huddle. Darien not always starting strong in games, but Lisa's probably telling them to really slow down the defense and get in control. We've seen New Canaan go about and get them all chaotic, which 8-meter shots will not help Darien at this moment.
And John, if you're New Canaan, certainly no intention of taking your foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, no intention of taking your foot off the gas pedal, and nothing's going to change, right? Coach Woods is known for her preparation going into these big games and then wanting good starts and then continuing those good starts. And they've had a great start today, going up 3-1 up against the top team in the country in Darien in a rivalry. And if you're Coach Woods, right, you're happy with the way your team started, but there's still a lot of work to do. And there's over 3 periods left to play.
So stepping out for Darien now on the draw is Kat Wren. Be her first draw of the day. Certainly no lack of depth here on this Blue Wave team, but they haven't been able to get past Devin Russell.
You mentioned Parker, right? Not afraid to switch up that person you're putting inside the draw circle. This is the third different Blue Wave player stepping up inside the draw circle against Devin Russell.
Yeah, I mean, Darien really just wants possession at this moment. I mean, if you have the ball, you can put it into the net. So they're trying their hardest to find the person to do it.
Oh, flipped up and caught by the Blue Wave. That's Sadie Stafford streaming down, and Darien with a crucial possession now.
And just look at the sets, right? You're going to see a lot of picks from the top, and then a play drawn up probably by Coach Lindley. A play to try to get someone cutting, or even someone just taking the ball ISO, trying to weave their way inside defenders and score for the Blue Wave.
It looks like they're working some players through the center as Stafford now on the dodge to her right, shooting and picked up on the back post by Kelly Holmes.
Just out of reach of Patterson's stick, but if you're the Blue Wave, right, going cross crease is what's going to open up the net for you.
Certainly is. Those skip passes so lethal as Darien looks to push. Here goes Sadie again, dodging to her left now, streaming down the middle, shot and save.
Save by Patterson. That's her second save on the day, a big one there, stopping Sadie Stafford, the Duke commit. Point blank range from Stafford, not able to convert. And Patterson, another confidence boost there.
A confidence boost indeed. You could see the New Canaan sideline jumping up and down after that one, as saving a shot there from Sadie Stafford. Not the easiest thing in the world, but Patterson makes it look as such.
Yeah, I mean, not only the play is going to be important today, but really the energy that both teams bring out here. I mean, it is a nerve-wracking game, so whoever can really get past these nerves and just play to win.
Controlling up now through Patton.
Callie Comiskey in the game for Darien,
Sydney Patton has a goal on the day off a free position shot.
as well as Cameron Performing.
So the Rams will work it around up top with Shu. Shu to Russell. Russell inside looking for Rowe. Rowe tries to flip it back out, and New Canaan will recover. But a dangerous pass gets its way to Emma Rowe. As New Canaan maintains their possession now, streaming down, Sydney Patton to her right. Can't make anything of it. Now they're rotating players on and off the crease here. Looking for a cutter now inside. One more to Rowe. Rowe trying to finish, and that one was saved by Shudell. So Shudell with another huge save here for the Blue Wave, and a confidence boost here for Darien.
One thing New Canaan does that is truly amazing is their ball movement. They're able to move it fast and get Darien defense really moving, while Hope Shudell was proving that she can follow it just as fast.
And if you're Darien, right, you want to move that that momentum from the defensive stop there into the offensive zone and try to get a goal before the end of this quarter and kind of go into the second quarter with that momentum on your sidelines and in the huddle.
Certainly is the driving factor here, that momentum, as Von Kennel moves it to X. Dodging now, Annabelle Adams. She is a goal on the day. And Picorni streaming down on her left, dodging back to the right, and she'll draw the foul.
A free 8-meter position here for Picorni. New Canaan 2 for 3, and this is Darien's first. We've seen success from New Canaan. How about some success from Darien? Picorni works her way inside, and she gets pushed over.
And a foul there on the Rams, so Picorni will have another crack at it.
A little bit too physical there, right? Ryan can't get that physical in girls lacrosse, especially there, but gonna give another 8-meter to Picorni. She decides to just take it out instead of driving her way inside.
Just under 30 to go in the quarter. Smart move by Picorni, looking for that final possession. As up top now with Stafford, it's go time here for the Blue Wave. For the final possession of the quarter, Picorni's shot saved by Patterson.
That's Patterson's third save on the day, and she's just comfortable there in between the pipes, stopping the Darien offense. And what a great game by Patterson so far. A good first quarter, able to wrap it up. New Canaan up 3-1 right now.
Yeah, it's absolutely been a great first quarter of play. A lot of action on both sides, and I will kick it to you first here, John. What's New Canaan doing right?
They've done a lot of things right, but I think it starts with that ball movement, as Parker, you mentioned. You know, Devin Russell was pressured up top, moved it over to Rose. She scored. Patton getting there 8 meters, and also drawing that overly physical Darien defense, drawing those 8-meter marks. You're going to give yourself good opportunities. They've gotten 3 of them so far, converted on 2 of them. If you can keep getting 8-meter marks, you'll find yourself in good position. But that defense also really doing a great job of forcing Darien to take those outside shots and keeping away from the center of the field.
Now, Parker, if you're Darien, no shortage of opportunities on the field so far, but only 1 goal to show for it. What do you think Lindley's talking in that huddle right now?
I mean, I think she wants her defense to really lock in and find a way to not create this chaos. We've seen most of New Canaan's goals from the right end of the goal, so that really needs to lock up. I would also say on the offensive zone, the plays are really working, moving the defense and finding cuts into the zone, but they really need to keep moving the ball and find shots that will go in with CeCe Patterson in net.
Certainly a lot to do here for the Blue Wave, but we've seen them up to the task earlier in the season. So we're going to take a quick break here at the DAF Media Network. Glad to be bringing you this broadcast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back so soon. And welcome back to Darien Stadium Field. It's a beautiful day here, and it's a great one for some of the highest ranked lacrosse in the nation. If you're just joining us, my name's Ryan Dahlquist. Alongside me, John Frieders and Parker Crody, bringing you the action today. 3-1 your score in favor of the Rams, and New Canaan coming out strong.
Yeah, and you'll see New Canaan right in their red uniforms going left to right on your screen, and the Blue Wave in their blue uniforms going right to left, and inside that draw circle, you'll see, not sure, I believe that's Devin Russell going up against number.
So controlling now is the Blue Wave with Sadie Stafford on a crucial draw control.
If you're the Blue Wave, right, that's exactly the way you wanted to start off this second quarter, with possession of the ball off the draw circle win.
Yeah, and that draw started out hot with the Rams, but the Blue Wave have been crawling their way back. Certainly no lack of depth on this Darien team. Dodging now, Von Kennel moves it around. Trickery here on the Blue Wave as Kelly Holmes takes it inside, flips it once more, and the shot by Adams just wide. So some plays here from the Darien offense.
Yeah, and they're just tossing the ball up to each other, right? Setting picks for each other, moving the ball around quickly. And that's how you're going to set things up if you're the Blue Wave. Move that ball quickly and break this New Canaan defense, which has just been so good, as CeCe Patterson makes another save, her 4th on the day.
The shot by Adams. Air traffic control from Patterson knocks that one out of the sky. So another crucial save here from the Rams, holding Darien to just that 1 goal.
Patterson ended that first quarter with a save, started out the second quarter with another save, and here's the New Canaan Rams offense. Going to move the ball around. Devin Russell controlling the ball up top right now.
Yeah, so patience has been the name of the game here for the Rams so far, looking for those cutters inside as here goes Rowe, double teamed by the Blue Wave and pushed out, but maintains possession here. And that ball bobbled and recovered by the Rams. Calls to slow it down by the coaching staff as Patton controls up top.
Yeah, one thing we've seen from Darien in past games this season is forced turnovers. Their defense are amazing at forced turnovers, and New Canaan is doing a very good job at controlling the ball and make sure they stay possession.
If you're Coach Lindley, right there, you're kicking yourself. That ball was a loose ball, not able to be picked up from the Blue Wave.
And the pass inside to Russell. She's collapsed on by the Darien defense, but a foul is called. Never mind, called off now as Darien will maintain possession, looking to clear.
Yeah, Maggie Bellissimo, captain and Yale commit. She is an amazing player on the field. She is strong defense and has shown many forced turnovers through her 4 years on the team.
And speaking of Yale, got to shout out my sister Shan. She's got a game tomorrow, and I know she's watching this broadcast, so everyone wish her luck. If you don't, that's cool. She won't know. But
Good luck.
Good luck to you, Shan, and to the Yale Bulldogs. Big game tomorrow.
And we've mentioned players committed to go play at the next level. There are 25 Division I commits on the sidelines or on the field right now. New Canaan's got 11 of them, and the Blue Wave have the other 14. But that amount of just collegiate stars, players going from high school to play college, and these teams consistently produce some of the best in the nation.
Yeah, not only are they rivals, but they're learning how to play lacrosse together. Really shows that Connecticut in this region is very strong.
Here's Stafford passing down low, looking for cutters inside, but can't find them. Darien working that ball around the perimeter. And Picorni will step in, taking space, shooting, and just over the crossbar. So Darien maintaining possession now, as that ball is jumped, but play stopped by the referee. Ball remains with the Blue Wave.
That was Addie Crowley, who got a little bit too physical there. Another shot from the Blue Wave goes wide. Ball retained. Possession by the Blue Wave.
And the shot there by Stafford on the inside, just wide, as Darien really looking to press those cutters. The refs blow it dead, and it'll be an 8-meter here for Picorni.
Picorni again, free position.
So Cameron Picorni on the free position. Shooting and save, Patterson.
Add that one to the highlight reel of saves. That's her 5th save on the day, and each one, you can tell she's just locked in, having a good day today on the field. 5th save, that one on an 8-meter from the Blue Wave.
So Patterson giving energy here to this New Canaan team as they're able to stop yet another Darien possession.
I would even say that goalies are the most important players on the field. I mean, last man standing, they're the last opportunity to save the goal, and Patterson is just an amazing player.
That ball scooped up by Schudel, and you got to imagine being a goalie on those 8-meter shots. Not a position I'd ever like to find myself in, and having the team on your shoulders, but Patterson not cracking under pressure. She's held the Blue Wave to just 1 goal going into the midsection of this second quarter. So Von Kennel with the clear here for the Blue Wave, as they'll look to settle now on offense. So this ball worked around the perimeter, and they've looked for cutters, had plenty of opportunities, but Patterson's snuffed out all the fires so far.
And look at this bunch set from Darien, bunching everyone on that right side, the far side of the field, then having those 3 girls on that other side. as they draw the penalty. That, I believe, will be another 8-meter free position.
So it's an 8-meter for Stafford. It's her first of the day. Let's see what the senior captain can make of it. Sadie Stafford running in, shooting, and scores. Sadie Stafford, the senior captain, and puts one on the board here for the Blue Wave.
You could see New Canaan, right, going to kind of tighten up, talk a little bit about what went wrong there. But Stafford just goes in and again beats Patterson on that left side. So the left side, or the hand side that the goalies don't have the stick in, are both goalies' weaknesses today.
Yeah, that offside top shot from Stafford is just perfectly placed in that top right corner as she makes her way back towards the middle of the field. So a big energy goal here for the Blue Wave, as only one goal separates these two rivals. So it's Wren versus Russell on the draw. .50-50, that's one scrum in the middle. Kicked around, soccered, and scooped up by Russell.
And 50-50 balls, right? A big part of girls lacrosse. You see, that's the difference between being on defense and on offense, but also possession and having that momentum, right? Going into your offensive set and kind of building back after giving up that goal against the Blue Wave.
So New Canaan now with possession. They'll look to work it around the perimeter. Looking inside with an opportunity, decides to play it safe instead. Now streaming down Patton, and conservative play here from the Rams, but the right one indeed. Didn't have the shot there. Credit Maddie Tolley on that one, cutting in and working it back out to her outside teammates. So dodging inside now, Russell, double teamed, maintains it, works it over to Patton. Patton back up to Russell. She's looking inside, heavy pressure now applied by the likes of Summer Glenday.
And again, you can tell Darien's game plan, right? Get the ball out of Russell's stick, pressure her up high, and keep the ball out of the Boston College commits' hands.
So kind of a man-zone duo here, it looks like, for the Blue Wave as they try and intercept the pass. That was number 85, Maggie Bellissimo, the senior captain, on the pick. So air traffic control here on the Darien defense means they have an opportunity to clear. Callie Comiskey now streaming down, works it down to the attack. Looking to take advantage here on this offensive possession. It's Stafford now. Stafford at X, rolling to her top hand, contact in the middle of the field. No call from the referee as that ball is backed up by the Rams.
These turnovers have been very important in the game. 3-2 is a very close game, and back-to-back is very important.
Turnovers and fundamentals. I think going into this, right, both teams have to play their best game, and they have to play their most consistent game as well, and they have to play all 48 minutes. You're not going to win this game by playing a good quarter or two. You have to play good all 4 quarters.
So a foul called on the pressure by Alini, as New Canaan will start it on that outer fan. So possession here for the Rams off the turnover, maintaining their 3-2 lead now with just under 3 to go in the half. Ball up top, streaming down, looking for a shot. That was Sydney Patton, and it bounces just wide.
Patton already has one today, looking for her second, weaving in between defenders, not able to put that one on net. just a little bit wide, but Rams get it on the chase, retain possession, going to have another opportunity here.
And no shortage of opportunities for the Rams as they work it around yet again. So Maddie Tully maintaining possession at X. Looking for options up top. She finds one all the way across, streaming down. Sydney Patton decides to take it back up instead. So a dangerous skip pass to Patton. And New Canaan just settling this ball now.
And this is how I think New Canaan's going to wear down this Darien defense, right? They're going to keep moving the ball. They're going to kind of settle things down, keep the ball moving, but be in no rush to take the first shot that they get the best opportunity and work it past Shudell. But you're going to have to work past that Darien defense first.
Yeah, New Canaan has no need to rush it. They are above Darien right now, and what they want is to put the ball in the net and not turn it over.
So streaming down there, the shot by Russell, saved by Shudell. Taking those high-quality shots, something so important on either of these teams as Darien looks to clear.
And not sure that was where Devin Russell was trying to put that ball, that one. Or even Shudell just took the angle away from Devin Russell. Took the angle, virtually no angle for Devin Russell to shoot. That one goes right at Hope, and she makes the save.
So the Duke commit comes up big, but coming up bigger now is that New Canaan ride. Now off the transition, streaming down, shooting, and saved by Shudell.
Both goalies showing how they have momentum and they can stop the ball no matter what.
And this is
Amazing
going to be
save by Hope Shudell.
This is going to be an 8-meter mark for Emma Rowe, who is coming down that field, screaming down that field with the shot saved by Shudell. Going to get an 8-meter here.
I believe that's Lexi Tully on the shot, actually, number 23, if I can see, and the save by Shudell.
And that was Tully. My apologies, Tully, number 23, not Emma Rowe, but two big saves from Shudell.
Two big saves and two big players on the Rams. Easy to get confused, John. Trust me, it's happened to me like a trillion times. I would just be super embarrassed if I were you, but it's cool. As the Rams pressure on the ride and able to get it away from the Blue Wave.
This Darien defense relentless. This is a day I would not want to not be wearing gloves. I'd want to be wearing gloves out there. Obviously, the girls don't wear gloves when they play lacrosse, but both defenses going at it. A high-pressure, high-intensity game in between New Canaan and Darien. New Canaan finds themselves up 3-2 going into the half.
Yeah, we call this one a good day for the ice pack here, John, as right you are. That buzzer sounding, ending the first half of play. So 3-2 your score in favor of the Rams. We're going to take a quick break here. Thank you for joining us on the DAF Media broadcast. We'll be right back.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching, and supporting DAF Media.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and the offer to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
And welcome back to Darien Stadium Field. My name's Ryan Dahlquist. Join alongside me Parker Crote and John Frieders, bringing you the action today. 3-2 your score in favor of the New Canaan Rams, and not much separating these two rivals.
Yeah, you're right. Not much separating besides the goal, right? Both goaltenders playing really, really good games. Just had a couple errors earlier on in the game, but you saw kind of Shudell settle in that second quarter, make countless saves. I believe she made 3 or 4 just point-blank saves on this New Canaan offense.
Yeah, especially against teams that are lined up with amazing players committed to many D1 schools. I mean, these rockets of shots are hard to save, and Hope and Cece are proving that they can save them.
Yeah, they're also very terrifying. I'd hate to be a goalie. That just sounds horrible. But the ones who are good at it know what they're doing, and they're able to stand tough and watch those shots. As here goes Stafford streaming down the field, switching to her left. She wants to go all the way, but saved by Patterson.
You'll see Darien on the ride, right, try to take the ball away from the Rams, which they've done a pretty good job of. And you saw that a lot in that second quarter, trying to force Ram out of bounds here. That was number 4, Addie Crowley.
So the clear and ride, a factor in this game so far as New Canaan controls with their offense. Up top now with Russell. Now Lexi Tolley. And they love this perimeter passing, looking for cutters inside, but so far nothing of it.
The Blue Wave just hounding Lexi Tully and Devin Russell, obviously two of the more well-known players on this Rams team, and the two players on this team who have 100-plus career goals, the only two on this team, so they have more than 100 goals, and then they each have more than 140 career points for this New Canaan Rams team.
Yeah, we see Darien out here doing backer defense, keeping one man hard on contact with the ball and the others spread out in the zone for slides.
Certainly are. A lot of pressure here from the Blue Wave. As pushing out now on defense, Alini. And New Canaan just passing it around the perimeter. Nothing so far on the inside. They love those cutters, though. Controlling up top with Janiga.
You can just see, right, again, New Canaan's going to play patient, try to look for cutters. But again, you see Tully here double-teamed, has to force her way around, find someone in the center, but then immediately pressured by Darien. She gets a little bit too physical, the New Canaan player there. Attacker on the Darien defense, ball's going the other way.
That was the Tully sisters looking for each other there on the offense. They love those interior passes, but the Blue Wave doing a great job of collapsing, and now they'll have their opportunity to clear. So Sadie Stafford will take it across the 50 and settle the ball down now for Darien offensive possession. So Darien hasn't had so much success on their offense, mostly due to the likes of Cece Patterson in net here for the Rams, but they'll look to move it on this one.
And look at this bunch set again. Just 2 Darien Blue Wave players on closest to us. And then on that other side, the bunches just trying to cause some confusion and shut down by the New Canaan defense. A little bit too physical. And that's going to be another 8-meter mark for the Blue Wave. But an interesting set by Lisa Lindley, head coach Lisa Lindley for the Blue Wave.
So the hard dodge there from Adams will pay off for the Blue Wave as she's gifted a free position shot. Annabelle Adams, the junior, has a goal for the Blue Wave today, looking to add. Streaming in, shooting, and looks like the Rams had a stick on that shot just over the crossbar.
Yeah, but the Blue Wave player behind the net was closest to that one, so they're going to retain possession after the shot on Patterson that went just a little bit wide.
Possession indeed staying with the Wave and shooting, just bouncing off the crossbar. Hope Hapgood.
The luck of the bar, right, guys? You'll always take that one. You'll always take the luck when it's given. New Canaan got very lucky there. There was a wide open opportunity for the Blue Wave.
Another ride turnover, which we're seeing, which shows that Darien and New Canaan have both want the ball very badly. The ride is definitely crucial in possession in this game.
Yeah, the clear and the ride, the transition element so crucial in lacrosse as the refs blow this play dead. It will go in favor of the Blue Wave now with a free position opportunity, Callie Kaminsky.
Remember, one goal separates these two teams. New Canaan has that one goal advantage, but the Blue Wave within striking distance, and another save by Patterson.
So the step down time and rumor from Stafford, a hard bouncer, but knocked out of the air from Patterson. She's been absolutely lights out on the day.
We're starting to see this game get pretty physical. I mean, both teams are lifelong friends, but this rivalry is greater than their friendships.
You mentioned a lot of them friends, crosstown rivals. Also, they go on to play club lacrosse together in the lakes. They play lacrosse together throughout the summer and then even off season together. But when it comes to in-season play, they do not like each other.
I mean, if you think about it too, that is a hard play. They spend all summer together learning each other's lacrosse skills and ways they play. Makes this matchup very hard to play against.
One of the greatest rivalries in sports, Darien New Canaan, as the defensive stand from the Rams pays off.
And this is where being well coached really shows, right? Able to get the ball clears, and that's, I think, the stat that we're going to have to pay attention to in this second half is team's ability to clear the ball past that half-field line and also just get the ball out of your own zone, right? Transition from defense to offense and get the ball past both of these aggressive defenses.
So the ride will pay off for the Blue Wave, and keep in mind their attackers can go all the way towards the top of the box on the other side near the 30-yard line. So that was Kelly Holmes, the attacker for the Blue Wave, who I'll give credit for on the strip, and Darien with another offensive possession and a chance to score.
Yeah, one strategy we've been seeing Darien try is these stack cut plays. They've been seeing opportunities through that, so looks like they continue to do the same.
Lisa Lindley at the helm here for the Blue Wave, cooking up some plays on the sideline as Sadie Stafford looks to dodge on the double pick.
And so is Coach Woods, who just talked to Lexi Tully, who might be off your screen. You might not have been able to see that, but in-game coaching adjustments, a big part of this game, right? Depending on what the defense, what your other team throws at you, you're going to have to adjust, and those are crucial, especially going from half to half.
Stafford looks to pass inside, but that pass knocked away by the Rams, and possession will go in favor of New Canaan. So pending the New Canaan clear, they'll have a look here on offense as running down the sideline was Addie Crawley.
Crowley gets it over to Patton. The Rams are going to set up their offense. Crowley doing a great job today, though, on the clears, able to get the ball out of their own zone over transition to offense.
Yeah, she's done an amazing job running it down the field and being able to get it to her own teammate without losing the ball.
So looking to dodge now, that was Lexi Tully, moves it to X. And the Rams settling into their offense. The perimeter motion with the switch on the crease, as taking it up top is Sydney Patton. So Patton dodges to her left, draws and dumps, and looking inside, knocked away by Darien. No call on the play. So good hard defense there by the Blue Wave, and streaming down the field now, Anna Von Kennel looking for the transition opportunity. She's got a shot in front, score by Annabelle Adams.
That was an amazing play. Anna Von Kennel showing her speed down the field, passing to Katie Walsh and quickly passing to Annabelle Adams, who can fake shot the ball and shoot it right through the legs of CC Patterson.
And that is her second goal on the day, Annabelle Adams. And you saw there, the Blue Wave want to play in transition, want to speed up the pace of this game because it opens up opportunities, right, like that. That was a tic-tac-toe play there, as we call it here. Tic-tac-toe over Annabelle Adams, the last person to touch a ball, and she puts it in the back of the net past Patterson.
Yeah, Annabelle Adams is going to come out and be one of the hard players for CC Patterson. They both play on the Grizzlies club team, but Annabelle Adams also knows her weaknesses and knows a way to move her and find an opening in the net.
So the goal there from the Blue Wave brings us to 3-3 now, with just around 3 minutes to go in the third. We had a lot of threes in that sentence. It's all coming together. That draw flung up in the air and brought back down by the Rams, Devin Russell. And she's hit near the top of the key. Possession in favor of the Wave. Strong defense there from Darien.
Yeah, this is Sophie Haas's second forced turnover of the game, showing that her defense is very good and is causing turnovers that are needed in this 3-3 game.
And look at the physicality and the intensity of this game picking up, especially in this second half. You see the refs letting them play a little bit, not calling every single time they get physical, and I think that's what you need in a rivalry game, especially New Canaan and Darien.
Yeah, many argue that boys lacrosse is way more physical than girls, which can be true, but girls lacrosse definitely has some physicality that puts the game to another level.
And both these teams, no shortage of athletes and no shortage of physicality on either side, as we've seen so far today. So Anna Von Kennel will start the play now near the top of the key. Just about 2.5 to go in the third. So we're tied at 3, and it's been an even strength matchup so far, as Darien looks to make something of this possession. Controlling at X, Kelly Holmes up top looking for Walsh. Walsh working it back down. They've got cutters in the middle. Let's see what they can make of it. Back up top with Walsh, dodging to her right. They've worked it through X, as here goes Holmes. And their perimeter passing, looking for dodges and cutters. You can hear Lindley yelling for some plays, and controlling here is Sadie Stafford. So Darien, no pressure to go here, maintaining this tie. As up top now, opportunity, Hope Hapgood. She'll dish it below. And the play called dead. Timeout from the Blue Wave, so no shortage of action so far in this second half. Darien coming up from a 3-1 deficit, and John, our New Canaan expert, we'll start with you. What do you see going on in that huddle for the Rams?
Well, I was going to say, I just saw 4-3 on the scoreboard. I was like, did I miss a goal? It's 3-3. But you're right. In that huddle, the Rams are just going to, Coach Woods is just going to maintain that same level of preciseness and that preparation. She's going to tell her team, right, we prepared for this game all week long. We're here for a reason. We're ranked what we are for a reason. We're one of the top teams in Connecticut and in the country. Let's just go out and show it. Let's play our game. Let's get the ball off from our defensive end into the offensive end, and then let's work it around. And let's play together, right? Let's show why we're ranked so high. You've got tons of offensive weapons. Get the ball to Devin Russell, Lexi Tully, Emma Rowe. Get some people touching the ball. Sydney Patton. You can go across that entire New Canaan offense and say each person needs to touch the ball, but get opportunities. And I think one thing that we haven't seen is the 8-meter marks. New Canaan went 2 for 3 in that first half. They scored 2 of their 3 goals from the 8-meter mark, so they need a couple more of those in the second half.
Now, Parker, a lot of experience on this Darien side. I'll throw it to you now. Momentum lies a little here with the Blue Wave. What do you think Lisa just said to her team there?
I mean, smart play by calling a TO during this possession. This minute will be crucial for Darien to score a goal. We will want them to be 1 up going into the 4th, so they're going to want to control the ball, create movement, and find an opening to score.
And this brief break gives me some time to give some credit to our DAF media production crew. Director James O'Zane, instant replay, we got Pierce Brawley, graphics Rose McCarthy, camera operators Scott Kirby, James Foresta, and Leon Chen. Alongside me, John Frieders, Parker Crote, and I'm Ryan Dahlquist. So glad to be bringing you the action today from Darien Stadium Field. We got a tied game now with just under 1:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. One of the greatest rivalries in the history of sports, Darien, New Canaan, as the Blue Wave look to create some confusion here on offense.
Yeah, it looks like Darien's running some sort of play to create chaos in the 8. We're seeing fast ball movement and strong cuts.
Fast ball movement indeed on the perimeter as the skip pass to Holmes is knocked out of the air but recovered by the Wave. So they're looking for cutters inside. Can't quite find any as Darien continues to rip this ball around the perimeter. Walsh now dodging inside, works it back out to Von Kennel. Von Kennel inside to Holmes, and the score. Kelly Holmes puts one away for Darien, exactly what they were looking for off of that timeout, and it's 4-3 in favor of the Blue Wave.
Definitely a highlight play for Darien. They were able to move the ball fast and really get the defense working. And through that, they took their time and found Kelly open in the 8 for a great placement shot right above CC Patterson.
So confusion generated there by the Darien offense leads to a Kelly Holmes open shot and sneaks it past Patterson. So for the first time in this game, the Blue Wave have taken the lead.
This is exactly what Lisa Lindley wanted, was this 4-3 up. Next, we're going to want to see Darien get possession if they want to maintain control, while 33 seconds gives New Canaan a great amount of time to score another goal.
Yeah, and every goal right now comes at a premium. You mentioned just over a quarter left to play. Darien now up 4-3, finds themselves in the lead, but New Canaan wins the draw. They're going to move into the offensive zone, and you only have 25 seconds, so you have to draw something up quickly.
Yeah, quickly indeed here as a crucial draw control in favor of the Rams. They'll look to settle and then push with just under 15 to go. Working it toward the right now, that's Tully. And
That'll be a charge.
A charge indeed. She'll be flagged, and Darien will just throw this one downfield. So at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's Darien 4, New Canaan 3. We're going to take a quick break here at DAF Media. Glad to be bringing you this one. Don't go anywhere. We've got a great 4th quarter coming up. And welcome back to Darien Stadium Turf. We've got a great fourth quarter of play coming up. I got some pasta in front of me and I ate it, so now I'm feeling great. Next to me I got John Frieder and Parker Crote bringing you the action today. Hopefully you're as full as I am because I am ready to get into this one. So 4-3 your score in favor of the Blue Wave, with that last goal coming in just the final seconds of the third quarter. So momentum lying somewhat with the Blue Wave, but it's been back and forth all day. Nothing can separate these two rivals.
Yeah, you're right. Nothing can separate these two rivals, these two towns, no matter the sport and no matter the game. Whether it's regular season or postseason, you're always in for an exciting game, a thrilling game, and one that comes down to the wire. And this one's following suit. 4-3 Darien. 1 period remaining left. 1 quarter, 12 minutes will decide this one.
So off the call, the Rams will maintain a offensive possession here. And this draw has been somewhat back and forth, but the Rams have had some crucial controls in the last couple draws as they're gifted another offensive possession now. So we'll see if the Rams maintain their tactics. They love that perimeter pass with cutters inside, and they've had some success from it, but as of late, the Darien defense able to get in their way effectively and call out those cutters.
Yeah, and it's been interesting, right? The lack of us calling Tully's name, whether it's Maddie or Lexi, and then we haven't really called Devin Russell's name much in that third quarter. That was a quarter dominated by Darien, kind of out of stall for possession for the Rams. Both teams going back and forth, but Darien retaining most of the possession.
So the free shot here for Emma Rowe off the dangerous shot call. She'll run in, shoot, and just wide. Possession stays with the Rams.
And that was their first 8-meter of the second half, I believe. We saw them go 2 for 3. Actually, that was their second. That was their second 8-meter mark, but if you're New Canaan, that's where you want to live. Lexi Tully working it inside. Ball gets poked away from the Blue Wave defense.
One thing we've seen consistently with Darien is the fact that they don't really have a strong start, but they definitely finish off their game strong. So it'll be interesting seeing how Darien continues to play in this fourth quarter and how New Canaan tries to catch up with this fourth goal.
So streaming down the field now on the clear. That was Von Kennel. She'll work it back to her defense. Now it's Stafford's turn to turn on the Jets as the senior captain makes it look easy. Darien controlling now in their offensive zone. So perimeter passing here from the Blue Wave as they run their open set. Walsh now looking back up top for Von Kennel. Now Kelly Holmes controlling near X. Von Kennel now looking for the dodge off the wing. She's got space in midfield, but good defense from New Canaan. Kelly Holmes up top. Hope Hapgood. So some trickery here on the left side for the Blue Wave, picked up by New Canaan, and good defense there from the Rams. It's Sadie Stafford now, dodges to her left, flips back. Von Kennel over the top, collapsed on by the Rams, and the call will go in favor of the Wave.
You have to be careful of the physicality, especially here in this fourth quarter, right? The price of a goal, of giving up a goal, especially now if you're the Rams going down 2 compared to 1, is a drastic difference. The save there by Patterson off the poke check from the Rams. But yeah, going back to it, right? That 2-goal difference is much different than a 1-goal difference. And if you're the Rams, you want to try to even this score soon so you don't go down to the wire.
Certainly a game that has potential to go down to the wire. It's been back and forth all day, and Good save there from Patterson on the free position from Von Kennel.
This is the point of the game where the players become just totally aligned with their athleticism. The nerves need to go away, and they just have to play their game.
Certainly no lack of experience on both of these teams. As tripped up at X looks to be Lexi Tolley.
Yeah, playing in big-time games, right, against big-time teams. There's a lot of familiarity between both these teams. You know, they met in the state championship and the FCAC championship last year. Darien came out on top. And then these teams play throughout the season. You mentioned both of these teams played St. Anthony's this season. And then Darien played McDonough. They all basically get to play the top teams in the country time and time again.
So play made by Bellissimo, gets her stick in the lane, and a big interception here for the Wave. That clear just over the head of the Blue Wave, and now streaming down the field are the Rams, controlling Maddie Tolley. So Devin Russell will settle the ball.
And Russell, right, she's going to try to orchestrate an offense guarded by Glenday. Definitely not an easy matchup if you're tasked with guarding Russell. But as you mentioned, Parker, right, they have backups on backups, so when she gets past her defender, there's going to be someone to meet her. So something that this Darien defense does really well, kind of covers for each other when they get beat.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Darien does a good job communicating and helping each other out in the 8. We see slides and talking throughout the game.
And the shot and the goal there for the Rams. And they're just right back even in this one.
The Rams even it up there. Makes it 4-2-4. We'll see the replay here. Ball gets in front to Tully. She scores. But again, the ball in the sticks of Lexi and Maddie Tully. Good things are going to happen. Maddie Tully converts there and she scores.
Yeah, I mean, you see some great control of Maddie Tully with a pull over to the other side of her stick and a shovel shot right above Hope Chadel's head.
So Maddie Tolley puts one on the board here for the Rams halfway through the fourth quarter, and we're all tied up.
And you talk about scoring droughts, right? That was their first goal since the first half. So they went an entire quarter without scoring against this tough Blue Wave defense. They able to get one past Chadel there, and that was Tully who scored. But again, if you're New Canaan, right, take this momentum. You just scored. Get back into the offensive zone. And try to put in another one net. What could potentially be the game-winning goal.
Yeah, not only position is going to help them throughout this game, but creativity and really lacrosse IQ is going to put the ball in the net and show us the winning team.
So snagged out of the air was Sadie Stafford, and Darien with the first chance here for possession off the tie. So they'll work it down through X. Annabelle Adams now controlling. Working over to Walsh. Walsh to Stafford. To Hapgood to Adams. This perimeter passing, it's hard to keep up. Looking for cutters in the middle. An open set. As the Rams playing some conservative defense here. Holmes now on the dodge, looking inside. Adams turns and throws it back out.
And Parker, do you think Darien's going to spread things out here or kind of bunch things up and run that bunch set they've done this entire game, right? Kind of spread out that New Canaan defense, try to beat a man-on-man attack or spread things out. But again, they decide to try to work things in. Great defense from the Rams.
Yeah, I think Darien's going to want to keep doing the plays that they're doing. They're finding a good job setting these picks and these sets and cutting in to find CC Patterson in net.
Darien able to create some confusion on offense, but the New Canaan Rams having none of it so far, as clear there by Sydney Patton gives her team a chance to possess. So up top now for the Rams, that's Russell. And Devin Russell waves off her teammates. Looking for cutters inside. Devin Russell cutting down and scoring.
Devin Russell, 2 words for you. Devin Russell takes the lead, takes charge there, and she scores here. You see the feed from Tully over to Russell. Gets it right past Shudell, and if you're Shudell, you have no shot with Russell that in that close. The proximity there, able to get it right past Shudell. And what a way this game has changed. New Canaan putting up 2 in just under 2 minutes.
I mean, that is a textbook goal. Devin Russell was really able to lose her defender and do a perfect cut right to get the ball and shoot it into the net.
So the give and go, little backyard lacrosse play there for the Rams, puts them ahead now 5-4 with just over 4 to go.
That's Russell's second on the game, having herself a day. And if you're New Canaan, right, this is where you got to retain possession. You have to keep on pushing. 1 goal isn't enough in this game.
I mean, this Darien New Canaan matchup is huge for all sports and all ages. And Darien and New Canaan have both learned to play through it.
So Stafford will run through the ground ball, and possession lies now with the Blue Wave. So settling up top, Hapgood. And controlling now is Adams under some fierce pressure by the likes of Isabel Appelt.
That's Isabel Appelt.
Appelts. Apologies.
One of the senior captains on this Rams team. And one of the pieces on defense. The shot there just wide for the Blue Wave.
Just wide indeed. Sadie Stafford cutting over the top and just can't quite get it on net, but a big opportunity there for the Wave as that ball was backed up. Now it's Walsh's turn. Going over the top, flips it to Stafford. Let's see if she could do it again. Sadie Stafford rolling to her left, jammed up, pass inside, and just out of the reach there of Walsh.
The ground ball picked up for New Canaan for a split second. But then the Blue Wave get the ball back, so a turnover from the Rams in their defensive zone. That's going to guarantee Darien another offensive possession.
You can truly start to feel the tension in the air, and the watchers are really on their toes, and you can see the players start to get a little jumpy.
Electricity in the air here at Darien as Stafford controls. The Blue Wave looking to even this one out as they trail by 1, and heavy defense there from the Rams.
And that was Addie Crowley, number 4, the USC commit, taking that one away from the Blue Wave.
So a timeout called now from the Rams, and guys, this game is heating up.
This game is heating up, and this is what you call crunch time, right? 2 minutes, 21 seconds on the clock, and New Canaan up 5-4, up by just 1, but they just scored 2 goals, you mentioned. So New Canaan came into this period down 4-3, now find themselves up 5-4, nearing the end of this game, but lots of time for the Blue Wave. After they just turned it over, New Canaan's going to have offensive possession here.
It's been a low-scoring game throughout, but New Canaan taking the lead now in the 4th quarter. Certainly a big one for the Rams. A lot of, like I said before, I'll say it again, electricity in the air here at Darien Stadium. We got a big turnout today, and it's not one to miss. So if you're watching at home, don't worry. We're bringing you the action right to your couch here from DAF Media.
And NCTV, thank you for joining us.
And NCTV, thank you, John. It's mostly DAF. We're doing most of the work.
Yeah, but going into this game, right, Ryan and Parker, we knew it was going to be a low-scoring game between 2 very good defensive teams and the offensive potential there, but we knew it was going to be a close game. You mentioned Darien went to triple overtime against St. Anthony's, unfortunately falling. I know they had a close game against Madonna, too. And then New Canaan had to rise to the level of St. Anthony's, unfortunately losing 10-7 in a higher scoring game, but both of these teams we knew coming in was going to be a defensive battle, right?
Certainly looks to be that way here, John. Not much separating these 2 rivals, and it has been a defensive battle, as you have been saying. A lot of opportunities, and of course it's been a goalie battle too, Parker. I know you talked at the start about this Shudell-Patterson matchup, and it certainly lived up to the hype.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of this 2 minutes, it's going to come down to the goalies and really the players and their athletic abilities. These players they both want it. I mean, it's their biggest rival, so they're going to really try to get the ball in the net, but these two goalies are truly able to make these saves.
So off the timeout, New Canaan will be forced to clear, and Darien showing no signs of letting them do so. Pressing hard into their defensive zone, and the Blue Wave looking to triple the ball at any given moment here.
Just trying to force New Canaan to make the turnover. Here's Crowley, though, and you can tell that Blue Wave net is wide open with Shudell on that outside guarding a New Canaan attacker.
Timeout, New Canaan.
And a strategic timeout called now from the Rams, and give credit there to the Darien Ride, putting an immense amount of pressure here on New Canaan.
Yeah, that was definitely a strategy that Lisa told them to do. Really getting Hope Shudell on one player and making sure as many players as they can be on the player with the ball, which will give the biggest opportunity for a drop in a forced turnover.
Now, I'm not sure if New Canaan was able to possess that ball in their box, but it feels as though they might have to do that clear again. So if you're Darien, certainly not looking to lift up here as New Canaan looks to desperately clear it, nearing the 1 minute 30-second mark in this game. Darien trailing by 1.
Yeah, minute 30 seconds, right? And characteristic of Coach Wood's team is just playing well under pressure and being fundamentally sound. They've done it today, and they're trying to continue it, close out this game, pick up the big win against rival Darien, and then climb in the rankings. But it starts here with moving that ball around and not making the forced error.
So New Canaan will start it with Patton, and Darien starting off with a triple team here. Patton will almost certainly be forced to pass it.
And Patton calling for some more space. I believe that's 5 meters, right? You have to allow for Patton, those three defenders, until they blow the whistle. Here's Patton using her legs to get out of the defender, and she still has the ball. Look at Patton go.
And a check there delivered by Glenday. Forces that ball on the ground.
And they're going to say, last touch by the Blue Wave. It's going to be New Canaan's ball.
New Canaan's ball indeed, as Russell looks to start it. But Darien finding themselves in a similar position here. Applying heavy pressure now. And New Canaan able to work it towards their defensive zone, but stripped. And now it's Darien's turn for the clearance. So here's Von Kennel working it down to Kelly Holmes, 44 on the clock. Kelly Holmes settling it on offense, bobbled but scooped up by Picorni. Just over 30 to go. Up top with Adams. Adams moves it to Stafford. Stafford looking to dodge. Moves towards her left. Picked up on defense. Moves it to Holmes. Holmes controlling. Works it down to Adams. Adams working it up. Looking inside. Can't find anything. She looks over to Hapgood. Hapgood streaming down, shooting and scoring! Hope Hapgood takes it all the way for the Blue Wave just in the nick of time.
Just an amazing play by Darien out there. They kept Hope by the restraining line, waiting until they find a perfect moment to cut, and her as an amazing athlete, fast runner and a strong shot, found the space and found the goal.
An ecstasy out here for the Blue Wave as Hapgood scores nothing short of a miracle here for Darien.
Yeah, and you saw Hapgood right there. Her coach yelling for her to get involved in the play, get into the play, come down. She came down screaming, caught the ball, and then put it past put it past Patterson. But what a great shot there from the Blue Wave.
Yeah, got to credit Hapgood. I think she streamed down, just ran through two Rams defenders and was able to put that ball just where it needed to be, offside hip.
I mean, not only is she a fast runner and a good shot, but her lacrosse IQ is one of the top you can get. She will be at Dartmouth College next year, or in 2 years, and is one of the key players on the Darien team.
So saved by the bell here as this draw control with 2 seconds to go, almost certainly leading us into overtime. And there you have it. So nothing to separate these two teams after regulation.
I mean, we've seen many games of Darien New Canaan go into overtime. It's just both teams want it so bad that they have to get the ball in the net and make it happen. We've seen this happen for hockey. We've seen this happen for lacrosse games. We've seen this happen for many other Darien New Canaan matchups.
5-2-5. Neither team will go into the locker rooms. They're going to huddle up. But we knew coming into this game this was going to be an evenly matched game in between the two, what you would call the two top teams in the FCAC, and even maybe top 2 teams in the state, New Canaan and Darien. And all the anticipation, the excitement for this game living up to all of that.
John, you said top 2 teams in the state. Talk about the nation. Both of these teams in the top 10 on the Inside Lacrosse rankings. So we knew this would be a nationally ranked matchup, and it's certainly lived up to the hype. So if you're just joining us for overtime, watch the rest of this game first because it's been absolutely incredible. And then once you get to this part, we've got certainly a lot of great lacrosse coming up. So we're going to take a brief break here at DAF Media. I'm certain you might be tired of hearing me talk. I'm going to head off for a second, get some water, eat some pasta, and be back for overtime. We got a lot of great lacrosse left to play. Don't go anywhere.
We are DAF Media, Darien's hometown source for sports, arts, and entertainment, established in 2017. We are Community, a volunteer-based organization that gives nearly 50 Darien high school students hands-on experience in video production. We are Cutting Edge, a STEM initiative. Students use cameras, computers, sound equipment, and innovative software. We are Live, streaming 120 events per year on our YouTube channel. We are On the Stage. We are At the Big Games. We are On the Field. We are In the Gym. We are On the Move, live streaming not only in Darien, but throughout southwestern Connecticut and the tri-state area. We are making a difference. We are DAF Media. DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
So welcome back to Darien Stadium Field, and we've got overtime here between the Blue Wave and the Rams. I'm absolutely ecstatic to be bringing you this one. My name's Ryan Dahlquist. Alongside me, John Frieders and Parker Crote, bringing you some of the greatest action here in the history of sports. We've got nothing separating these two FCAC rivals.
New Canaan, Darien all knotted up at 5 apiece. 3-minute overtime period awaiting them. The last overtime game, Darien went to triple overtime till that game was decided.
Something similar could happen here. A 3-minute period length for the overtime in girls high school lacrosse. So a triple overtime could be something in our future. That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, this possession on this draw will be key for the sudden death OT.
So sudden death. The first team to score wins. And this draw control so crucial, ends up in the stick of Lexi Tully.
Won by Lexi Tully. Now New Canaan sets up the offense, ball over to Rowe, then back to X. New Canaan just going to settle things down here, right? You mentioned all that energy was expended at the end of that quarter. As New Canaan loses possession, ball goes over to Darien.
So
Quinn Kennedy, one of the amazing players on Darien. She will be off to Richmond, 25, and that forced turnover was amazing. She really kept hard pressure, made sure she got the ball.
And a big play there from Kennedy indeed, and now it's up to the Blue Wave to clear. So Shudell walking up, no pressure, finds Hapgood over the center. Hapgood with the goal in the fourth quarter with just 2 seconds to go. Gives Darien a fighting chance here in overtime. So Maggie Bellissimo carries it down to her attack, and now it's Darien's turn on the offense. Walsh throws it down to Adams.
Running that bunch set again is the Blue Wave. They're going to try to get number 4, Kelly Holmes, come off that kind of bunch set and find herself open.
Adams draws the foul at X. Goggles knocked off her face. And a woman up opportunity here for the Blue Wave.
Darien, Blue Wave student section getting into it a little bit. That's going to be a timeout by the Blue Wave, I believe.
So an opportunity here for Darien going on the player up situation. Definitely some plays going to be drawn up there over with Lisa Lindley.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen some back and forth. This game is getting very fast-paced and back and forth, so this man-up opportunity will be huge for Darien. They just need to get the ball moving and find the space in the 8 to get a shot and really have to place it with CC Patterson in net.
Yeah, you mentioned we haven't had a man-up advantage this entire game, and this is not the point where you want it to happen if you're New Canaan, right? Go down a defender in this game where next goal wins. So the next goal that happens, that occurs, all of us will be freaking out. And New Canaan now has to play man down here against a very good against a very good Darien team who's going to have an opportunity to win this thing in overtime.
Yeah, so let's just throw a quick warning out to mute your TV sets because we will go crazy for whoever scores. All 3 of us have been invested in this one.
It's got to be the energy out here. I mean, both teams jumping up and down on the sidelines and all fans yelling for their teams.
And you notice both of these huddles, right? All the girls that are on the field as well as the sidelines all come up, tap sticks in the middle. Cohesive teams, the bonds that these girls share, both coming from New Canaan and Darien. Most of them have played against or with each other before, not the first time seeing each other.
Yeah, I mean,
another classic.
Everyone's important on the field, even when it comes to the sideline. It's all about energy at this 1:25 and sudden death OT.
And no lack of energy here at Stadium Field as Darien looks to start it at X with Adams. So getting set now are both of these teams, and I have to say both defenses have put on a showing so far tonight. Let's see what New Canaan can do in this situation. Ball moved over to Walsh. Walsh to Stafford. Stafford to Adams, up to Holmes. They're working it around the perimeter. Looking to move this ball quickly as Adams brings it up top. She finds Holmes. Holmes dodging over the middle, shooting, and save Patterson.
Another key save by Patterson. That one on the bounce shot there from the Blue Wave. Big save from the Notre Dame commit, 5-star goalie CeCe Patterson, coming up clutch when New Canaan needs her most.
Nothing short of a crucial save there from Patterson. Keeps her New Canaan Rams alive as they look to run out this penalty.
Crowley had to get the ball out of her stick there. Gets it over. Tully now going down to her sister, Maddie Tully. That was Lexi to Maddie, and here's Tully. Going to take it back, as you mentioned, right, Ryan. They're going to run out the rest of this. Man down time.
And Darien able to jump on the opportunity, streaming down the field. That was Lyle Brown. And a penalty drawn there from Annabelle Adams. So whistles blown on the field and the buzzer sounding.
And that is the end of our first overtime, the 3-minute period. You mentioned these overtime periods are shortened to 3 minutes as we look here. Darien, the shot there, that shot from Holmes, saved by Patterson. That was essentially the only shot they got off of that man-up opportunity. So if you're New Canaan, right, you have to be happy with the way that played out.
Yeah, and Patterson coming in clutch there for the Rams. A good shot from Holmes, but scooped up by the junior goaltender. So a crucial draw here as whistles blow, and it goes in favor of the Rams. So off the violation. So a draw violation from the Blue Wave, and the Rams have another opportunity here with a possession. So the Rams still one player down now. Only 6 girls on the field as Devin Russell takes it up top, and finally even strength coming onto the field now, Phoebe Shue.
And now they can start operating that offense, right? If you're New Canaan, now you have even strength playing field. You have the ball in the offensive zone. There's obviously no rush. You're going to look for the best opportunity, but you're ideally trying to score before the end of the second overtime period.
And a crucial call there. It'll be Lexi Tully now on the free position opportunity for New Canaan.
And this is how New Canaan made their way to the state championship last year against Wilton, coming up victorious 10-9 with an 8-meter. In the last couple seconds of that game here, they have an opportunity to take down Darien with the 8-meter.
So Lexi Tully on the low angle, and a huge opportunity here for the Rams. Tully runs in, shooting, and whistles blowing.
No goal.
No goal on the field. A crease violation is...
No, because the ball's going to stay in New Canaan's
possession. The ball will stay with New Canaan, so I believe a New Canaan player may have jumped the start. So another opportunity here with Lexi Tully.
And Tully scored on that last one. She'll have an opportunity
and
here.
Here's Tully running in, checked out of her stick. And ref will call it in the sphere. So another opportunity here for the Rams.
And that is a big call by the referee there, right inside the sphere. Going to give Tully her third in a row.
So Lexi Tully, she's got a better angle now on her third free position. Lexi Tully, opportunity just over the net. I think a Darien defender got a check on it, and the refs are going to have a word. So she'll get it yet again. The fourth try here for Lexi Tolley.
I have never seen anything like this. 4 tries for Lexi Tully, her fourth. Here coming now, a free position.
And the potential just building up now as Tolley leans in.
Yeah, definitely getting very confusing on the field now.
So the referees, I believe, are working with the scoreboard officials, trying to put the correct time on that clock. But Lexi Tolley will have her fourth opportunity on the 8-meter free position shot.
And now both refs there, down by the scores table, talking to both Coach Lindley and Coach Woods, trying to figure out what time they're going to put on the scoreboard. I believe it's going to stay the same. 1 minute and 29 seconds left. Lexi Tully with her fourth free position in a row.
So Lexi Tolley with a chance here for the Rams. The senior attacker. Tolley runs in, shoots, and misses.
We'll see who they're going to give the ball to.
And it'll stay with the Rams on the backup from the shot, but an important stand-up there from the Blue Wave.
Yeah, but we will not get our 5th 8-meter shot.
I believe we were all expecting a 5th one, but they'll keep it at 4 now as New Canaan maintains possession. So Devin Russell, we've heard her name a lot tonight, controlling down in the middle, saved by Shudell.
I mean, that has got to be the most important save of the game for Darien.
Point blank save from Shudell there on Tully. Tully had 4 free positions converted on the first one, but that one was called back. Then got the opportunity there. Russell to Tully on the cut, not able to get it past Shudell.
So 30 seconds left to go in double overtime, and Shudell showing ice in her veins. As streaming down the field now, Kelly Holmes. Darien looks to pressure now with just about 10 to go. Sadie Stafford running across the middle, finds Walsh just out of reach. And that ball will roll out of bounds, and the Rams are going to go ahead and run out this second overtime period.
Yeah, and you saw the errant pass there at the end of that second overtime. Stopped all Darien momentum, and now we're going into triple overtime. But as you see here, the replay, Devin Russell inside to Lexi Tully. The bounce shot saved by Shudell. And it's been a goalkeeper battle today.
It has been a battle on all areas of the field as Darien stands up under the pressure. We're headed to triple overtime. Stay with us here on DAF Media. We'll be right back.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
It is triple overtime at Darien Stadium Field. Not a game to miss. It's been electric so far. Nothing can separate these FCAC rivals.
Yeah, and I don't know about you guys, but I am ecstatic for this third overtime. Something I've never witnessed before. Triple overtime. And just the way we got here, we could break it down, but all that matters, it was 5-5 at the end of the 4 quarters. 48 minutes, and then those 2 overtimes. In that second overtime, we saw Lexi Tully take 4 free positions, made the first one, and then we believe that Darien just kept on fouling, not able to convert.
I can't quite hear what they said, but boos from the sideline, and we don't know if this third overtime will take place.
Yeah, it looks like this game is going to come to a close and end with a 5-5 tie.
That's an upsetting end. You could hear boos from both sides. We want to see both these teams play. And that's upsetting for us, too. Probably saved your TV speakers. I would have absolutely lost it when one of these teams won, but nothing can separate the 2 FCAC rivals. Guys, it's been an absolutely incredible game. Can I have some thoughts here from my color commentators?
Yeah, I'm sure both of these teams do not like the result of this game, right? You never want to go up against your rival, go to overtime, double overtime, and then say you can't play the third overtime and see who wins the game. So now we'll never know who would have won this game. We just know it was a tie, but this will fuel into postseason play if they come again against each other in FCX and in states. You won't want to miss that game.
I mean, not only is this the biggest cliffhanger we'll get, but this is the biggest rivalry in the tri-state area, and this is the best lacrosse you'll see in high school level. I think both teams came out and showed who they are, and we'll definitely see both teams in the FCX and states, and maybe in the finals just like last year.
So both of these teams, quite a lot to be proud of coming off the field. But like we said, nothing separating your Blue Wave and the New Canaan Rams. It's been an absolute pleasure broadcasting this game for you. Alongside me, John Frieders and Parker Crody. And let's give a quick shout out to our DAF Media production crew. We've got our director, James Ozani, instant replay, Pierce Brawley, graphics, Rose McCarthy, camera operator, Scott Kirby, James Foresta, and Leon Chen. I've been Ryan Dahlquist. Stay classy, Darien.